Good evening and welcome to the Job Search Solution, the radio program where we talk about looking for a job, changing jobs, changing careers, hiring. And as always, we begin with a prayer. Dear God, grant us thy peace and thy mercy, thy will be done. Wanted to mention to everybody that our company, Babich and Associates, is now an ESOP. It's owned by the employees here. And we are actively looking for 3 recruiters. One in our administrative department, one in our IT department, and one in our technical department. It's a wonderful career. Our average recruiter's been here for 13 years. We just had somebody retire after 21 years. We keep people forever, and our age ranges from 25 years old to 72 years old. No, 74 years old, 75 years old, somewhere in there. We quit counting after a while, but it is a wonderful career. And making upwards in the $200,000 to $250,000 range is not hard to do. We have a wonderful system that is proven, and our recruiters, average recruiter in the country only stays in this business 15 months. Average recruiting firm only stays in the business 7 years. We've been here since 1952. And since we formed an ESOP, we are guaranteeing our longevity. So if you have any desire or ideas that you might want to be a recruiter, call me 214-515-7613, 214-515-7613. And now to the meat of the discussion. The topic I wanted to discuss this evening is emails. The average business person receives 121 emails a day. 75% of those emails are opened in the first 24 hours. 81% of those emails are open in the first 80 hours after getting them, and 84% of them are opened or at least skimmed. You've got to remember that emails don't get read, they get scanned. Reading time, interesting. In 2018, the average email was read in 13.4 seconds. In 2016, they were read, according to this study, 11.1 seconds in 2016. The reason I bring this up is that when you email, if you're a candidate and you're emailing a prospective employer, you need to realize that your email is not getting read like you think it is. It's getting scanned. Morning is the best time to send an email. Monday morning is not. Any other morning is. Between 9 and noon is the time that most people read or scan their emails. And that's good to know. The majority of emails that are opened, 84% of them are at least scanned, but you have to catch people's attention really quickly. Mobile access to emails is more popular than it's ever been. 42% are opened on smartphones, and sometimes they don't come across quite like you think that they do. Every 170 emails that are opened are forwarded to somebody else, and 1 out of every 313 emails that are opened are printed. Here's what the point is. If you are going to send an email to a prospective employer, either before you interview with them or after you interview with them, you need to keep them short and to the point. My recommendation is to have 2 or 3 bullet points, no longer than 1, maybe 2 sentences with words highlighted that you want a hiring authority to remember. This is especially true after you've interviewed. Dear Mr. Smith or Ms. Smith, thank you so much for taking the time to interview me. You mentioned that you wanted to find someone who was, and then 2 or 3 bullet points of what they said they were looking for. And I want to remind you that I am what you're looking for because of, and then 2 or 3 bullet points. Make sure you bold the important aspects of it. As we've said before, stories sell, numbers tell. If you want to remind them of a story you told them in the interviewing process, not a bad idea. But if you're going to use numbers, bold those numbers. I was 120% of quota. I saved my company 25% in shipping costs last year. I increased efficiency in our organization by 50%. Numbers sell. People will look at those, and especially if they're bolded, they'll be more likely to remember them. I got an email yesterday from a candidate, and this is what brought this up. And he went into a 3 or 4 page, well, it wasn't page, but it was a 3 or 4 paragraph email as to why he fit the position that I was recruiting for. And it was way too long to read, and it had run-on sentences. And I got through about halfway through the second paragraph, and I stopped. So remember, short, right to the point, so that they can be scanned and information can be imparted. Don't do it any longer than that, because you got to remember you're competing with, if you're looking for a job, you're competing with 15 to 20 other candidates that are writing nice, short, right to the point emails that keep the attention of the hiring authority. Now, we go into this a whole lot more depth in the job search solution, the jobsearchsolution.com. But emails are really important, but you have to do them in the right way. All right, we're going to take a short break. Stay tuned. This is Tony Bashara with the Job Search Solution.